It's obvious it's a goddamn setup, man. I mean, it's obvious it's a setup. You have to draw the timeline that this guy, Chanel Lewis, the alleged suspect of killing this killing the victim, Karina Vetrano, and her father is tied in with a lot of mob and a lot of just deep-rooted things in his past. And it's a lot of things going on, but accusing this guy, Chanel Lewis, this is a complete setup, man. This is similar to the Central Park 5 case in NYC. I see the same thing happening here. This guy was set up. It's planted. DNA can be planted. Just because you verbally confess something, that means these goddamn white supremacists forced him to do that. So I'm gonna briefly talk about this and break this down, family. I got a lot to say about this. All right, family. Before I get into my commentary regarding the alleged suspect of the killer for Karina Vetrano in NYC, let me give my introduction. If you're new to the channel, watch me for the first time. My name is Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist. On this channel, I talk about counter racism. I also talk about issues that affect black people collectively as a group. And I offer my suggestions on how to replace this broken system of injustice, this broken system of racism, which is white supremacy, with a system of justice. So if you are new and you agree to that ideology, please subscribe to this channel. If you don't agree, hate, watch, and troll, be my guest and subscribe anyway. Because at the end of the day, those type of people are just view counts and statistics. All right, so getting back to this case, family, a lot to talk about. All right, a lot to talk about, man. So let's start with the timeline, right? So this the victim who was murdered, right? Karina Vetrano, okay, was murdered last year in NYC while she was jogging, okay? And now, after she was killed, a lot of stuff going on as far as, when she started jogging, her father didn't participate in the jogging. After she was killed, he didn't call the police, right? And then allegedly he basically called somebody that was off duty for some to that extent, right? It's a lot of past things with her father that leads up to the murder of his daughter, who was would have been 30 years old, I believe, or 30 years old at the time when she was killed, right? Also, this guy, her father, is a retired firefighter, right? Retired firefighter living in a multi-million-dollar home. So again, like I said, this guy has a past. This guy has a very, very large past. All right. But I'm gonna go to my screen real quick, family, with the timeline. Like I said, when they accused, when she was killed, Karina Vetrano, right? When she was killed, I'm gonna show you the sketch of the composite suspect, right? Here's the goddamn sketch right here. I'll play the video. Here's a sketch right here. Cops release sketch of man seen leaving spot where Karina Vetrano was slain in hopes he can help nab killer. All right, let me play this video and see what they say at the time. This was posted. This was posted last year. I think it was around August last year. I don't see a specific date, but this was last year. Okay, yeah, last year. This says was updated September 1st, 2016. Let me play the video real quick.
The sketch of a man they want to talk to about the slaying of Karina Vetrano, the man who is not believed to be the killer.
Okay, you see that right there? What the hell is that right there? Okay? What the hell is that? That looks nothing like no goddamn Chanel Lewis. Now I've been reading people's comments online from different forums and stuff like that, and they showed the comparison sketch of him, of this, composite sketch, and the comparison of the composite sketch and Chanel Lewis. They look absolutely nothing alike. Motherfuckers talking about they got the same eyes. You might as well say they got the same hair follicles. You might as well say they got the same earlobe. Shut your ass. That's some dumbass shit. They look nothing alike. That's some dumbass shit. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy. They look nothing alike. That's a goddamn white guy. That's a troglodyte Neanderthal. That's a black guy. All right? Motherfucker look frail as shit too. Frail. All right? Now, murdering somebody with a weapon is one thing, but raping raping and murdering someone, stabbing them multiple times with this frail looking dude. Now, I'm not saying that he's not capable of murdering somebody. I'm saying it's highly unlikely, though. That's what I'm saying. This dude look weak as hell. Look weak as hell. You know what I'm saying? So that they look nothing alike. He looked weak as hell. Allegedly, he has mental health issues, things of that nature. They said he lives in the projects next to the place where Karina was jogging, etc., etc. But yeah, this dude completely is set up. I want to know what these goddamn white supremacists said to him, but I'm not buying the shit that the white supremacist media is throwing out there about this guy. I'm not buying it. Let me finish playing this video from last year. All right.
Was seen coming out of the weeds at Spring Creek Park near the Belt Parkway around the time Vetrano was killed on August 2nd. A police source said this person may be a key witness, but is yet to come forward. NYPD Chief of Detectives Robert Boyce said, "We want to speak to this person because we feel that he was there. He is not a subject. He is not even a POI. The detectives have developed a DNA profile of the killer from material found on Vetrano's body and her phone, but have found no match. No one has come forward with information, even as the reward ballooned to $300,000.
Well, yeah. That reward money went up because the goddamn father got cake. He got bread, and he got connections. And he has a deep past. And for whatever the reason, his daughter was a sacrificial lamb in his past doings. It could be a bad debt. People are saying it was a gambling debt. When you're dealing with the mob, which he has connections with, that's the type of shit they do. They're ruthless when it comes to that. But yeah, that was the sketch. Looks nothing like Chanel Lewis. Every time I say that name, I think it's a female. So I don't know. I guess that's supposed to be a unisex name. I don't know, but that name, I'm thinking it's a female. But yeah, the composite sketch looks nothing like this guy Chanel Lewis at all whatsoever. Nothing like him at all. All right, so I'm gonna play this video also, and I'm just playing these videos real quick and in real time, and then give you guys some commentary about what I see from my perspective. But again, like I said, straight up off the bat, this guy is set up. Completely set up. I don't buy what the white supremacist media is saying at all whatsoever. This is a similar case to the Central Park Five, in which Donald Trump still believes to this day that the Central Park Five folks are guilty. All right? And, you got coons like Stephen A. Smith on ESPN and stuff like that talking about, I don't think Donald Trump is racist. That's the problem with paid coons. You want to talk about, and I know I'm going off a subject a little bit, but I got to say this though. You want to talk about, let's get rid of Stephen A. Smith off of ESPN. They'll replace him with another coon, another paid coon. All right. So don't, protest against the paid coon. Buck the system. Protest against the hiring, the hiring committee, the folks behind ESPN, right? The folks behind the scenes that are doing the hiring, that hire these goddamn coons. All right? Boycott their system. But anyway, fam, let me play this video and give you guys some commentary on what's going on. All right.
He likes things from the microwave.
Yeah, commercial.
She likes things from the forest, like Miracle Grow Hide Mix, patiently aged and...
Sorry about that, family. Like I said, I do this raw and uncut, so I'll mute that. I'll mute that commercial. All right, here we go.
No, anything you have to say?
Yo, this nigga.
No. Why were you hiding out? Were you hiding out for 6 months? No.
This dude he looks like a straight up weirdo. Straight up weirdo. A weirdo, number one, completely unfit to commit a crime like that, in my opinion. Even though, again, like I said, I'm not saying he doesn't have the capability. He does have the capability to murder someone physically with his bare hands. But I'm saying it's highly unlikely. I mean, look how this dude looks, right? So that's what I'm saying.
No, anything you have to say to the family? Uniform.
These white supremacists, they found some random Negro with mental health issues. I mean, he clearly looks like he has some mental health issues, you know. But they found some Negro and they planted the DNA evidence and said, we got this nigger. You know, let's lock his ass up, right? Let's accuse this guy and plant this guy and plant the evidence against this guy. So that's what that was, man. Okay, they showed footage of him being arrested and leaving. So that's all that was. But again, at the same time, like I said, again, you look at this guy compared to the sketch, nothing alike. Look at how he walks. Look at his body. Frail, uncoordinated. They talked about he had anger issues. He said that he killed her because he was angry of women. That sounds so vague. You know, that's so vague. There was a statement by his father saying, and his siblings, you know, you naturally come to the defense of your loved ones. But when you're so intricate in saying, well, he was completely set up, that, you know, that raises a lot of red flags. You know, his father spoke out, his sister, his siblings spoke out, saying that, you know, he didn't commit this crime. He didn't murder Karina Vetrano, who her father has a history with the mob and all that stuff. You know, living in a multi-million-dollar home in New York. But mind you, you know, these homes in New York, if my home was in New York, it'll be worth millions of dollars too. But at the same time, this guy was a retired firefighter, right? And got cake. When I say cake, I mean money. Got a lot of cake. Driving around in these nice cars and stuff like that. Like I said, I've read about gambling debts he had and stuff like that. And things he may have allegedly owed folks. Whatever the case may be. They also said they found DNA traced under fingernails or something like that. To that extent. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section. But I didn't hear no evidence about him confessing that he raped her, right? Similar to the Central Park 5. I didn't hear that. You know, I didn't hear that at all. I just heard about him confessing about I was angry and I stabbed her or something like that, to that effect. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, family. Yeah, this is a statement from the sister. Yeah, the sister of Chanel Lewis, saying that they set him up. The suspect's sister, Vanessa Forbes, told NY Daily News, I think the cops framed him because he's a black person. The DNA lies sometimes, she continued. They wanted to get confirmation, so they framed him for murder. Right? Yeah, this I'm not buying this shit. I'm not buying this shit at all. This is a complete setup. And I wouldn't be surprised, like, you know, it's the same thing with the Emmett Till case where the accuser of Emmett Till, and I got the article right here, I pulled it out to, you know, have a framework. Yeah, Emmett Till accuser admits to giving false testimony at murder trial in her book, right? So she can profit off of that. That's, you know, I can see that. I can see that also. These goddamn white supremacists writing a book about his daughter's murder and then confessing in the book that he has something to do with it, which I truly believe her father had something to do with the murder. It was an inside job within her family. You know, I believe that. But it's the same thing. He gonna write a tell-all book down the line, get some money, and write a confession, just like this goddamn white supremacist, troglodyte Neanderthal, did the same thing talking about Emmett Till and lied, giving false testimony. Same thing. I see the same thing happening, family. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not buying this shit. I'm not buying this shit at all. The timelines, as far as the sketch and matching it up with this guy. Come on, really? Chanel Lewis? What? I mean, it took these guys that long to find someone and connect the dots, meaning plant the goddamn DNA, you know, and frame this guy Chanel Lewis. I mean, this dude looks completely out of it. I mean, mentally and physically unfit. And you got these troglodyte Neanderthal talking about he needs to be executed and I hope he burns in hell. The demon in the weeds. Look at this shit right here, man. You know? I'm going to play this clip real quick and then I'm going to just sign out. I never seen this. This is the father right here. The parents. The demon must get his justice. Let me hear what these motherfuckers got to say. Hopefully there's no commercial. If it does, I'll just mute it out. Are you going to play or what? If not, we just keep it moving. There's no biggie. Yeah, that's fine. It's not going to play. Like I said, family, I do this live and uncut, no editing. So if it's not going to play, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is complete setup. I'm not buying this shit. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. And now we'll see what happens as time progresses. But I guarantee you, this goddamn the parents of Karina Vetrano, they're going to monetize off of this shit. It's going to be a tell-all book, possibly a goddamn documentary, some kind of movie or something like. They're going to monetize off of this, and then from that perspective, they're going to tell you some shit that they haven't released to the public, meaning a confession saying that I had something to do with killing my daughter because of XYZ. Guarantee you hit that. Guarantee that's going to happen. They're going to monetize off of this shit, family. They're going to monetize off of this shit, family. For real. Guarantee you. So that's my opinion on that, family. Leave your comments down below about what you think about this story in NYC regarding Karina Vetrano. And leave your comments down below, family. Until the next time, signing out. Chauncey, a.k.a. the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.